episode number 2. Driver, we're going on.
Yeah, totally.
That's right.
You guys, we want to say a huge thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You've been awesome. The
Really.
reception that we have received to our little homemade show is
right.
phenomenal. And
right.
we're truly blessed. We love hearing from you.
We're honored that you are letting us into your lives.
Yes.
And we want to just interact with you all the time.
We do. We love you guys. And, we want to be praying for you. We want to be part of your lives. So if there are things that we can do, topics, stuff like that, please
Absolutely.
tell us. If there's prayer requests, honestly, we are truly just a mother and daughter sitting here making a TV show.
That's right. But we feel like what we have to say is important because there's so much bad news in the world and so many downers and ugly things that we want to bring a little sunshine, a little inspiration, a little encouragement, and maybe even some empowerment to you.
Yes, when we were brainstorming, we were like, we want to make a show that we want to watch. So
Absolutely.
That's what we've done.
Well,
so what have you got for us today, Mom?
I have some inspiration. Hold on, real quick.
Let's be inspired.
I saw this on Pinterest. It says, as we age and even when we're young, we get so worried about being pretty. How about let's be pretty kind, pretty funny, pretty smart, and pretty strong. Now listen, I love that. I think that is a great way to think of how we should live our lives. Pretty is as pretty does, as Forrest Gump would say. And we want to make sure, yes, I think so. But we want to make sure that we are beautiful from the inside out. Inside out is so important. It's just, it means everything.
It does. And, right now I feel like in our society, there is such a focus on how you look.
That's
and,
right.
I think you can be beautiful. You are a shining example. You can be beautiful at any age. And
I still do color my hair, though. Okay, I admit it. And I put on makeup.
I color my hair.
But I'm not obsessed with, how I look. I obviously haven't had facial surgery. That's another story.
We were talking about that on the last episode.
Right.
And
but anyway.
I myself, after seeing my profile,
I saw a billboard that said something wonderful. It said, be someone's reason to smile today. That's what I want us to be, okay? Make me an encouragement, Lord, to someone every day. That's what I want to be. So go through your life looking for that. Sin will never be lonely.
I love it. Well, we got a lot of emails from you guys, so awesome. Keep that coming.
Thank you.
One question that kept coming up was, how have you guys built this creative business? How have you done this? And I will tell you, it has been a long journey.
A lot of grit.
Many years.
Yeah.
But I love reading inspirational business books for creatives.
Yeah.
And, that's been something that's really been a blessing to us. And I recently wrote a post on the blog about that. And I'll be sure to share a link in the show notes so that you can see a lot of these books that I have found to be really inspirational. Because while being a creative is creative, there is a business side to things.
Yes, there is. And it's hard work.
And there's a lot of hard work. But we found some really good books that we love. But some people also start saying things like, well, I don't even know what my dream is anymore.
That can get hidden by life, buried by problems every day.
And so
it's there.
It is there. And there's a really great book called The Dream Giver.
I love that. Dream Giver.
By Bruce Wilkinson. And it's an older book, but it's a really nice book. It's a nice story, and it's written kind of in a fictional setting that talks about God bringing your dreams to you and, reminding you of your dreams when necessary. So,
I love on the back it says, are you living your dreams or just living your life? Too many of us are living our lives.
Wow.
I have to tell you, Jennifer and I are living a dream. We are on the adventure of a lifetime, and who knows where it can end up.
Absolutely.
It's going to be very exciting.
So, you guys, we hope you'll check that out if you're wondering, and we'll share some links. But thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I love what you said. Let's be the reason for someone to smile today. So hopefully you can go out and be that reason for someone.
And we can be that for you.
Yes.
Now, off to the craft studio. Here we go.
Here we go. We'll see you in the next segment. Welcome to the craft studio.
Here we are once again.
Here we go. So on the blog, one of the most popular blog posts that I've ever created is how to recover a dining room chair. And we are so excited about the Maker Studio paint and the fact that it's just one step that we thought it would be fun to show you in the show how to make over a chair. From top to bottom, we're going to change the fabric, we're going to paint the chair, we're going to show you every step because we know this is something that you probably have a chair around your house that you'd like to redo.
Yeah, this is pretty ratty looking actually.
So, and you know, that's what I love is that you can find chairs like this for just a few dollars at like, you know, Goodwill or antique stores, different places like that.
Flea markets.
And, but you know, they're going to have things like this kind of, you know, yucky, ripped up cushion, but the bones of the chair itself are super cute and
wait till
really
you see
good.
this chair when we're done.
So, without further ado,
let us begin.
Let's go. So, the first thing that we want to do is step one, we're going to take the cushion off the chair. To do this, we're just going to flip it over.
Oh, I'm getting the
power tools out now.
Power tools, here we go.
Most chairs are going to have some screws in there that are attaching the cushion to the chair frame. And what you want to do is you just want to find those, set your drill to reverse, and we're just going to back these screws out, just like that.
Easy. I'll set them over here so we don't lose them.
Yes. Yeah, don't lose them. Okay, and then you can just, whoops, it'll pop right off. And if it needs a little hit with a hammer, you can do that. So we're going to set that aside for a second.
All right.
The next step is we're going to clean off the chair.
I'm putting gloves on. You don't have to, but I'm just very, you know, I don't know, paranoid or something. Amy's stuff is very good though, but.
So, you know, chairs are going to have cobwebs and things like that on them. So first we're just taking a rag, giving it a little wipe down, get the dust off, things like that. So once you've got the chair wiped down, we're going to take the furniture cleaner.
Yes.
The reason that I love this furniture cleaner is because when you have chairs like this, we have no idea where this chair has been, what's been put on it, things like that.
No idea.
So
don't want to know.
It's a good idea to do a quick wash over it with this cleaner. Get anything off that would act as a surfactant, which means something that would keep the paint that we're going to put on from adhering.
Dirt, oil, anything like that.
Wax, you know, liquid gold, all kinds of
Pledge.
cleaners like that can interfere with the paint adhering to the wood. So we're going to use that. We're going to take just a little, give it a little shake, just get a little bit of it on a rag, and then it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. I'll let you do your side, Mom, and I'll do this side.
Okay.
And you just want to go over the whole, all the wood, just making sure it's kind of a light stripper. So once you've got that over the whole thing, you want to let this dry for about 5 minutes.
Oh, that's not long.
Yeah, not long at all. We want to make this look much cuter. So obviously you could completely do refoam if you want to, or you can take some fresh batting and cover it. All you need for this is the batting and a staple gun.
I love that.
Easy peasy.
Now, this foam is still pretty vital. This fabric you could go and take off, but you don't have to. You can just cover it with that, and then we're going to show you.
Yep, we're going to flip it over. And you can see here, it's been stapled on before, so we're just going to staple it again. And we're just going to go around the whole cushion and staple this on. And so now we want to put our finished fabric on. So for this, we're using actually one of my fabric designs that is available on Spoonflower. We'll be sure to share a link. I love this really sweet floral pattern.
I love the color.
Thank you. So we're going to just, same thing, just like that, wrap it on here, flip it over, and staple it on. So we've got our bunting on, we've got our fabric on, we've stapled it, and look at how cute.
That is very cute.
So now it just needs a happy home.
I'm very proud as a mother to know she designed that. Oh, wow.
All right, so we're going to set this aside. Our chair's had a moment to dry. And now the real fun begins. This is my favorite part because I love the instant gratification of seeing it change.
I do too. What's that color?
We're going to use biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy.
I think we should eat some biscuits and gravy after doing this chair.
I don't know. I'm ready.
The thing I love about this, hopefully you can see in the overhead camera, it's this beautiful, it's creamy, it's white, but it's not like stark white. It's warm and it looks like deliciousness. All right, so
don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Tempted,
While it smells lovely, and we have these awesome Maker Studio brushes that Amy has specifically had done, and they are made of these synthetic bristles, which really, really make a wonderful difference when you're painting with the amount of paint you can get on there and things like that. We only have one of those right this minute.
She gave me the good brush.
Mama's getting the good one. So when you're doing this, just like we mentioned in the last one, you want to get your paint on your brush, and then you want to offload a little bit. You don't want to just go straight from the container to the chair or piece of furniture, but we're just going to get painting. Again, this is one-step paint. So we're just going to be able to paint the whole thing.
I'm going. I'm on.
We don't have to put a sealer or anything like that on it when we're done with it. So once you get your first coat on, you want to let it dry for up to an hour, although it may not take that long. Ours didn't take quite that long. But then you're going to need to probably come back in and do another coat. At least for us, we did with this chair.
The darker finish, yeah.
Yeah, the darker wood, and then we were coming back with a white. So we, needed to come give it a little extra love with some coats. But now we're ready to put the chair cover back on.
Yep. And it's very humid here today, lots of rain, so that takes a bit longer too.
Yep.
Ooh, that looks pretty.
It's going to be so cute.
Oh, that's a lady's chair. This is a lovely little vanity lady's chair.
So we're going to reattach this, and we'll show you some really pretty styled photos of it. But we hope that you see that making a chair look brand new, even when it's old,
is really easy.
It's so simple with the Rescue Restore paint from a Maker Studio. So we hope that you guys feel inspired to tackle your own chair projects now. It really is simple. Doesn't take a lot of time. This is something you can easily do in just a couple hours, if that even, because it didn't even take us that long. So it's a great project when you're trying to decorate on a budget, make something special. We might even add a few extra little touches to this chair. Who knows? I think it might be cute with some gilding, but we'll see.
And using Amy's great paint, no odor, it's fabulous, except for that lovely essential oil.
It smells so nice. So again, we used biscuits and gravy on this, and a fabric from my Spoonflower line. We'll be sure to share the links to these in the show notes. So hope y'all enjoyed this. Are you loving this week's episode like we hope you are?
We sure had fun making it for you guys.
If so, please share a link to it on Facebook for a chance to win Amy Howard's brand new book, Rescue, Restore, Redecorate. And it's even autographed.
Hello, everyone. Several of you in your emails have asked for me to speak about finding inspiration, living your dreams. Well, while it is true that I have done so many varied things, I can tell you I have never maximized my potential because I never understood quite how it all worked. I've always had the gift of being able to do what other people could not. When I was 18 years old, I interviewed with the legendary Wilhelmina and became a model for her agency and went to live and work in Paris. But am I a famous ex-model? Do you all know of me apart from right now? No, of course not. I never achieved real success in that profession. Did I learn a lot? Oh yes. But real money and fame? No. And that has pretty much been my life. You know, my first experience with understanding that my thoughts created my feelings was when I found relief from terrible agoraphobia I suffered in my 20s.
Panic to Power, a wonderful book by a woman with my same first name, Lucinda Bassett, was the key that turned that part of my life around and set me free. I used to think that anxiety was like something out there, waiting to jump me when I least expected it, as though I had no control over where or when it could get me. It was revolutionary to realize it started in my thoughts, and therefore I could change those thoughts, change my feelings, and stop the panic. Wow, that was powerful, but I still didn't connect all the dots. So, after spending years of angst lamenting my inability to set a goal and meet it, I finally just stopped setting them. Everything began to change for me when I saw a book title online that intrigued me. It was called If I'm So Smart, Why Can't I Lose Weight? By a woman named Brooke Castillo. Now, I used to really be cute and thin, but age had changed that. And for all my best efforts, I could not seem to get back to a better weight. Although I tried many things, the book was no longer available on Amazon, so I started a Google search and came upon the author's website. It is thelifecoachschool.com. At 70, going to her school was not in the cards for me. Although I have to tell you, I wish I had found her years ago. I so love her wisdom, generosity, and genius in helping people. This incredible, successful, and powerful woman has over 226 podcasts accessible on her website for free. That's right, free. So I started with number 1, went on from there, and it's changing everything. A short example of what I learned. We have no control absolutely over external circumstances. For example, how other people act, unexpected illness, an accident, whatever. But we do have control over what meaning we give those events and what we think about them. That it's our thoughts, not our circumstances, that drive our feelings. And our feelings create our actions, and the actions give us a result. What if we could be free from letting external circumstances drive our lives by paying attention to what we are thinking and changing those thoughts to better thoughts, thoughts that move us forward instead of sabotaging us, thereby changing the outcomes to the goals we desire. Now, this is huge. It means that we can actually choose to craft our future for real. I mean, plan to do something and actually achieve it. That is exactly what we're doing with this online show we're making. We didn't know how we would actually do it. We had never done it before. So we're figuring out the hows as we go. And if one thing doesn't work, we do something else. We will not be stopped from making this show happen and having it give the love, inspiration, and empowerment we want to give you all. This way of thinking is changing my relationships, how I eat, what I dare to dream, everything. No more regrets or disappointments. I will not change my destination. I will not quit. I will just keep trying different ways to get to my goal, finding what works for me. Brooke explains this in her podcast. That is how the mind works. It hates change, and we must make conscious and often uncomfortable choices to cross what she calls the river of misery to get to our dreams on the other side. One of the first things I would like you to do is start paying attention when you have a feeling, whether it's happy, sad, mad, to think about it. Think about what you're feeling. Pay attention to your thoughts. I lived forever with an unsupervised mind, which she describes as a 2-year-old running through the world with scissors. Okay, so I have to take my unsupervised mind and get it under control, and I have. So this is one step that I had made. Another is you can sit down and you begin to dream a little bit. Write your goals down. Then write what your mind starts telling you. You're too old, you're too fat, you're too ugly, you're too this, it's too hard, I could never do it. And tell yourself a new result, a result you want, and make that work for you. And then it takes practice, diligence to get your mind to change, but once you do, you will be unstoppable. Go to her website, listen to some of the podcasts. She gives you even more detailed information about how to get where I'm telling you. Okay, that's it for this week. It's a lot, but I really want to see all of you reaching the goals you dream of. See you later.
Today I want to talk to you about back to school. Oh my gosh, can you guys believe the summer has flown by? This is such a fun time, but it's also kind of a hectic and stressful time. But it's something that we want to just slow down when we can and celebrate these moments. And one of the ways that I really love to make this special is to take that first day of school picture with my daughter. Have you guys done that before? It's where you have them hold up a sign saying what grade they're going into and snap that photo. I love to do this. It's something that we always share with the grandparents and things like that. To make this even easier for you this year, I have pre-designed these signs for you, and you can download them for free on our website, on the blog. Just go to the blog, and when you join our newsletter, you get access to this and lots more free printables and SVG files that I've designed to help make your everyday life easier. So there's super fun designs for pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, all the way through 12th grade. So I'm hoping that that's going to be one way to make the first day of school a little bit easier for you guys. Another thing, though, is teacher gifts. Do you guys sweat about teacher gifts the way that I do? I'm always so nervous. Am I getting them something that they really want? And, you know, in these parent-teacher conversations, it's so hard to really get to know your teacher. So we have come up with a really fun idea. Again, this is a great printable that you can download for free on the website, and it's our Getting to Know You printable. And this is so great because it's something that you can give your child's teacher on back to school night or, you know, during that first week when they go back to school, and ask the teacher to fill it out and just send it home with your with your child when they get a chance. And this is so fun because you get to really learn things that they love. There's also a section to ask them about wish list items that they have for the classroom. And you also get to know a little bit about them more personally as well. And this is such a great resource because now throughout the entire school year, you're going to have great ideas that you know you're giving gifts that your teacher will really love to receive rather than just kind of this wild card, here's a gift card and there you go. You can make it personal and special. But one more element about going back to school is lunches. Do you guys, lunch packing sometimes can be really overwhelming for me, but last year I got really smart and I started creating bento style lunches for my daughter. Are you guys familiar with that? It's this Japanese art of really presenting food in a beautiful, appealing way to the eye. And while I found this works wonderfully with my daughter, it also works really well with me. When I pack lunches in this way, I am more excited and inspired to eat more healthy foods because they look beautiful. But sometimes it's hard to come up with these ideas, you know, when you're packing lunch the night before or, heaven forbid, rushing around in the morning trying to pack these lunches. So I have a couple fun tips for you. The first one is one more printable for you that's for free on the website, and it's my bento style lunch cheat sheet. And I love this because it is you can just look right at it and you can see there's ideas for proteins, and then you know that you need to pick the rainbow, and you can look to pick greens and oranges and reds and blues and purples. And you know that if you're packing all these different colors in the lunch, you're really covering all the needs that you have for ensuring that there's good nutrition happening. So this way, if your child insists on not missing pizza day on Friday or whatever that is, you know that they've still gotten really great nutrition during the week, and it's okay to do those. Another resource that I found that I loved is this book, Little Bento. It's by Michelle Olivier, I think is her last name. This book has been great for me. I have so enjoyed the recipes that she's shared. And you know me, I'm always trying to share something. If I find that it's really useful, I love to tell you about it too. So I'll share a link to this book in the show notes for you to check out. And then I just want to encourage you to look for fun items at Target or, different stores. I found some things that I love online. Of course, I'll share links with you, but little ways that you can make food more interesting and more appealing is always a surefire way to get your little ones to eat more healthfully. One thing that I love are these little Japanese containers. They're egg molds. Aren't they so cute? And to do these, all you do is just hard boil an egg, peel it out of the shell, and then you pop it into one of these molds, put the egg in there, seal it up, put it in the fridge. I tend to put mine in there just overnight and unpop them in the morning. And they are so cute. They mold to these little shapes. There's cars, fish, bunnies, teddy bears, and lots more. And it is just a really fun way to make lunchtime more interesting. We also love to get little animal forks, things like that I can drop into my daughter's lunchbox. It just makes her happy. One other thing I want to share with you are ways to actually cut the food to make it more appealing. And I will be sure to share a link in the show notes to a little video I have on how to make carrot-shaped flowers. It's super easy and fun. But last year, I also started doing little cookie cutter shapes for veggies like cucumbers. And so I've got a cucumber here, and I'm going to show you literally 1 second. It's so simple. So just take your cucumber, slice it into a slice like you normally would, and then you take these cookie cutters. And the great tip about this is, look, you have this cutter, and it has this little handle which protects your hand when you're pushing on it. You put the shape that you want in here, and presto, changeo, press down, peel off the outer layer, and look at how cute. You have these precious little flower shapes. My daughter never sends any of these home in her lunch. She gobbles them all up during lunchtime, snack time, all the time, because suddenly it's fun. And she even has kids at school that'll ask her, how'd you get those flower shapes? I love those. So I hope these tips are going to help you guys as you're preparing for back to school season, and it just helps make it smoother. Make sure you visit the blog to sign up for our newsletter so that you get all these free printables.
Thanks again for joining us. We had a great time today. Listen, come back later and Jennifer, tell them.
Yeah, so again, if you have ideas that you'd love to see us cover, topics or products or party ideas, food ideas, senior living ideas, whatever, please email us ideas@celebratingeverydaylife.com. And until then, thank you so much. We hope that you have found ideas, inspiration, and encouragement to help you on your journey of celebrating everyday life with Jennifer and Lucinda.
Bye-bye.